remember you reaching out to me, and me and you've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
You have an amazing personality, right? You love people, and I was like, listen, Jen, why don't you get your insurance license, and I'll teach you how to sell insurance. And what was your reaction to that?
I was like, what? Sell insurance? Like, man, come on, David. What, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know the first thing to doing anything about insurance. I don't even know if I can get my license, so I was kind of freaked out about that. But I was like, okay, well, all right, David, let's do it. So yeah.
How's everyone doing today? My name is David Price. I am a partner with Senior Life Insurance Company. And today we're going to talk about extraordinary people, or ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I have a guest, Miss Jennifer Comier, on here. Jennifer has issued over $800,000 in business in her first 2 years in the business, which is pretty amazing. And I know a lot of you out there watching don't really know what that means, but the main reason I'm having this Facebook Live is I really want to start giving people more of an insight of what it is that we do. We're having a lot of success. People are extremely happy with the financial rewards and, really the benefit of just growing as individuals. And I feel like, excuse me, I'm a little nervous doing this, right? But I feel like I got to do this because I feel like I need to share this with as many people as possible. And a lot of people know that I do sell insurance, but they don't realize like what it's about and what the day-to-day is and what we do. How do we make our living? How are we helping people? How are we doing these amazing things? And the best part about it is it's just ordinary people just doing extraordinary things. So that's why I made that the title. And I'm really pumped to have a lot of people on here and hopefully really connect with some people and let them see what we're doing. But enough about me. I'm not the exciting one here. Miss Jennifer is the exciting one. Hey, Jen, how are you doing?
Hey, David. Doing great.
Are you
excited?
Are you as nervous as I am?
I do?
All right, yes, I am. I don't know. I am so nervous right now.
Yeah, I'm not. It's great. I love this.
No, you love this. You love the stage. You love
I love the attention. Yes.
You look magnificent.
Thanks, David. So do you.
So did you have a lot of time to prepare?
No.
No, I don't ever prepare, do I?
Never. You just, hey, Jen, let's get it done. And I'm like, hi, Dave. Okay.
That's it, Jen. Hey, Jen, by the way, I'm interviewing tonight at 8 p.m. I hope you'll be ready.
No problem, Dave.
So let's talk about some stuff. So you got your license, I believe it was December of 2018. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what was going on before you got your insurance license.
So I had pretty much always not really had an actual job. I was a stay-at-home housewife doing pretty much nothing, just anything and everything that was non-productive. Spent a lot of time at home, sleeping my life away. Kind of eventually got into jewelry. I started to sell jewelry from home online. And it wasn't very successful at all. I was probably making about $500 a month, if that. And then we would turn around and flip it and go back and get more jewelry. So was it really
jewelry on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was fun.
All right. So I remember there was a certain point you reached out to me. You said you're financially you weren't doing that great and you're looking to make some changes. I think you wanted to be my assistant. Is that correct?
Well, I seen that you were looking for an assistant, and I was like, well, shoot, man, let me see what David's doing. What do you got going on? So David, how much you want to pay me? And he was like, what, like $500 a month, I think it was, or something, huh?
I think it was $400. Yeah, it was something. It wasn't a lot. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a lot. And I remember you reaching out to me, and me and you've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
You have an amazing personality, right? You love people, and I was like, listen, Jen, why don't you get your insurance license and I'll teach you how to sell insurance. And what was your reaction to that?
I was like, what? Sell insurance? Like, man, come on, David. What, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know the first thing to doing anything about insurance. I don't even know if I can get my license, so I was kind of freaked out about that. But I was like, okay, well, all right, David, let's do it. So yeah.
As long as it's not jewelry, right?
Right. Well, I remember you were like, Jen, if you were, my assistant, I'd be doing you a huge disservice compared to what you could actually be making by, helping families by getting them covered. And I was like, really? Because prior to this, we were actually in like a health and wellness business together. And then like you disappeared and I still stayed with it for like 4 years later, thinking that I was going to get rich, But, I learned, I think it prepared me for this moment, David. Everything that I learned from what I was doing prior to this, has definitely prepared me for this moment here.
Yes, I think that's true. And same with me. I mean, we were with a network marketing company, and it definitely gave, for me, I feel like it definitely gave me a lot of skills, a lot of the personal development and a lot of things that it really prepared me. But it definitely, I definitely don't want to talk bad about the situation. It was definitely good, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what we're doing now is it's just so much different, isn't it?
Yes. This is way easier.
Why is it easier? Why do you think it's easier?
Because I have people to talk to. Tons and tons and tons of people. Like our office just is like full of leads. There's leads everywhere. Like, you ain't gonna leave. Just walk around, go grab a stack. We have leads everywhere. Like, oh my gosh, like the lead fairy just went and sprinkled leads everywhere, David. It's crazy. Bianca's fussing at me all the time because I have leads just like everywhere on my table. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with them all. So just start passing them to my agents. Hey, you want some free leads? So yes, it's fun. More leads than we have agents, David.
More leads than time, right? So
Yes.
it looks like we got 34 people on this Facebook Live. So that's really awesome. So everyone that is on this live, I really appreciate you. I appreciate the support. If you can share this, I really want to touch people.
Yes.
This is, COVID, people are having a really bad financial time. And, our agents haven't been affected at all. And this may be for them, this may not be for them, but I feel like, we have the best song on the radio and enough people haven't heard it yet. So if you could help share the song and let people make a decision if this is for them or not for them. So Jen, you're talking about leads, right? And again, we got 30 something people on this call right now. And of course, no one knows what that actually means, right?
Right.
So could you explain, what a lead is and why they make you so excited?
Absolutely. So leads are my source of income. So we have several different leads. There's commercials that people call into and we can snag them and talk to them real time. There are Facebook leads. They are direct mail leads. So Facebook leads is where they actually click on the link and it says exactly what it is that we do. Final expense coverage. Yes. Do you want it? And they do. They click on it. Direct mail leads is where they actually fill out the form and mail it back to us and probably lick the envelope, take their time to go out to the mailbox and mail it off. It is time consuming and it takes effort. So those, I love doing those. Lots of different leads, so these are people that are actually interested in what we are doing, people that need some life insurance. So yes.
And I know you feel really deeply about what we do.
Yes, I do.
You have a real personal story. And I think I know it helps you a lot to be as successful as you are, right? 2019 was your first year in the business, and you're the #1 agent in the country, right? 2020, we don't know that they didn't tally the score for us. Until halfway through the year, right? But you may be the #1 agent in the country 2 years in a row, right? You are extremely good at helping people, and I think personal story that really helps. So, if you don't mind, maybe get a little bit into why this is so important to you and how we're really helping people that can use our help and how this is something that you probably could have used at some point in your life.
Oh my gosh. Yes, David. Yes. So a lot of people, of course, that are near and dear to me, a lot of family, friends, they know, my mom passed away it's going on 7 years now. I did not know any of this stuff, right? I didn't have insurance then. My mom had some coverage, but was not completely covered. When I went to the funeral home, totally just out of my mind. I had no clue what I was doing. I had just felt really attacked. You know, the funeral home got me for $20,000. There was no remorse, no help, no one trying to, you know, hey, Jen, let me help you do this, do that. You know, we end up having to pay out of pocket the 20 grand. And that's a lot, you know, and then things were just thrown on us, you know. Now fast forwarded to, you know, 4 years later after my mom passed, that's when I started doing this. And I was like, oh my God, this is like life changing. This is going to help so many people and impact so many lives, to where I have this coverage, my kids have this coverage. We just do so much. So like when I'm out there helping clients, I always go above and beyond, David. I like to share my expertise and my experience with them, to where I'm like, listen, if someone passes, you guys are to call me. I want to come stand in a gap, be a voice, be an advocate for you guys. We have legacy. Legacy takes care of everything. They will price shop, negotiate, haggle. They will go above and beyond to make sure your family gets buried for around $5,000, if not less. You know, and we provide all the high quality funeral merchandise at a discounted price. So that's huge. And then you get to pre-plan everything ahead of time, David. Like who doesn't want to do that? Right? If my mom had all this stuff pre-planned ahead of time, David, I would have just made one phone call. Boom, everything would have been sent. I would have been fine. I wouldn't have had to pay the amount of money I paid, especially probably about 10 grand just for the casket. You know, so I'm like super grateful that, you know, the Price Group, that you've taken me under your wing, that you've helped me get where I'm at, David. You know, I mean, without you and you seeing my talent and just seeing, you know, that this is a right fit for me, you know, it's life changing. So, I mean, there's not a soul that's in my immediate circle that does not have what we have. Nobody.
I definitely appreciate you, and you definitely blessed a lot of people. So the other thing that, you know, I know for myself personally, I've never woken up before in my life and said, man, I want to be an insurance agent. I've definitely heard throughout my life that insurance was a great business to be in because of the renewals and the residual income you're able to create from it. You know, I remember what guy told me, I think I was in middle school or high school, and he's like, yeah, insurance is a great business. You get into it, you work really hard, and then you don't have to work as hard. You can play a lot of golf, or you can continue to work really hard and make a really lot of money. And it stuck with me as I was a child, but I never really knew how to get involved or who to talk to about it. You know, I just wasn't, you know, it just wasn't in front of me. I wasn't subjected to it. So with that being said, you know, as far as it being, you know, something that was, you know, I knew I could make money, but was it something I wanted to do? Was it the lifestyle I wanted? Was it going to, you know, create the kind of income that I, you know, what was it that, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's boring. I don't want to do that. What was your thoughts about insurance? Like, did you ever want to be an insurance agent? Did you think it was going to be fun? Like, what's your thoughts about it?
Man, you know, to be honest, David, I thought it would be like um boring, right? I thought that like people would just not want to talk to me, you know, go out in the field and it'd just be like, you know, I don't even know what I was expecting, to be honest with you, but I know that when I go out there, I have fun, right? I get to pray with people. I get to laugh with people. I get to hug people. You know, I spend time with them. You know, there's people sometimes that are hurting. And then like sometimes you can provide them with, you know, sometimes assistance, you know, can I, you know, I know Adina and I was in Arkansas one time. We helped a lady get a couch. The kids were, yeah, the kids were sitting on a mattress on the floor watching TV, man. And like Dina is like, you know what, me and my manager's gonna go out and get a couch. So Dina went to a local store that had some couches at a reasonable price and got on the couch and we delivered it. And I mean, they were just so grateful. That was so much fun, you know? So yeah, there's just, people need to be loved on, especially right now in these dark times, you know, and it's a good way to make this like a ministry. You know, to me, I feel like I'm out ministering to people. So, you know, spreading joy, spreading laughter and just loving on people. So yeah, I really didn't expect it to be anything that it is at all.
No, I love it. It's the same with me. I mean, my life definitely isn't boring. You know, I know 2020 was definitely a hard year for our country, and a lot of people struggled a lot with it. And you know, the one thing, you know, we're definitely blessed. It didn't affect us at all. You know, and it's really sky's the limit. You know, my whole thing is I wanted to find something that I can create a lifestyle with. And that's what this really gave me the opportunity. You know, there's definitely nothing boring about it.
Mm-mm.
So let's talk about the beginning, right? The startup. You know, you got your insurance license, right? And I remember we got you contracted with senior life insurance company so you could sell their products, right?
Yeah.
And like, what happened from like that point, like the start point, right? Because that's a lot of times people are scared about, you know, like, how do I get started? What's it like? What's the learning curve like? So what was your experience the minute that you were actually able to sell with senior life insurance company? What was that first, you know, few days, first week, first month like for you?
So yeah, the minute I got my license, I just like was out knocking on everybody's door, just wandering around, you know, checking my friends, my neighbors, anybody I knew. I was just out there, and you were like, yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any training. The minute you hired me, you took off to Florida, and I had you on the phone. So I didn't get to go ride with you. I still don't know how David ever produced. I don't know what it looks like when David was out there in the field. I have no clue. So all I had was David, I need your help. David, what would you do? This happened, that happened. But it just kept going, right? And then like, David's like, who are you selling to? And I'm like, dude, what do you mean? My Slice app works. Am I supposed to be out working? Am I not supposed to just go to work and just help people? And he's like, yeah, let me get you some leads. So I was like, great. Well, when I first started, David, I remember you gave me like some leads that were probably, I think they were like, what, a year old, maybe close to 2 years old. You're like, here, give these a try. Man, I was like knocking them out. No big deal. I mean, then people were like as if they were waiting for me to show up.
Yeah.
You know, like, where have you been? I've been waiting for you. You know, so, you know, I mean, it just, sometimes you don't hit them at the right time, but man, I was checking neighbors, friends, family, anybody near and dear to me. I was talking to them. Gas stations. Hey, you got life insurance? You know, let me show you about this stuff. It's amazing. I mean, I've still been pumped up ever since I started, David, because I mean, it's just, what's not to be excited about this? We do something that no other company does. Dude, it's massive, right? I always call it, hey man, look, I got the winning lottery ticket, or I have the final expense Cadillac. You want this Cadillac? I got it.
Final expense Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you talk about you didn't get much training, right? Do you ever feel like you didn't get the mentorship you needed? Did you have all the tools you needed to be successful?
Never, because I always had you at my fingertips.
And then,
Like David. Yeah, go ahead, David.
is, you know, say you didn't get trained, like, how did you know how to like do the application process and you know, the actual complicated insurance stuff? Can you go over a little bit about that?
It's so easy. So half of the stuff that you actually take the course and the exam for, you don't even use, right? We're a one-stop shop. Everything, the Slice app does everything for you. All you need to do is get in the door, make a friend, let the Slice app do the rest for you. Easy peasy. So it asks all the questions. You just type in all the answers. I mean, it's so simple. If you can work an iPad, if you can type a letter and send an email, you can definitely do this. You know, so like my 14-year-old, we were driving down the road and someone called in while we're driving, and, you know, I couldn't pull over or anything. So I was like, you know, here, Lexi, here's my iPad. I'm gonna just ask the questions, yada, yada, yada. And you just fill in the blanks. So as me and the client's talking, Lexi's just filling in the blanks and she's writing out. So it's that easy. I mean, I never used my brain. Since I've been doing this, David, whose brain? I use David's brain. David's like, don't use your brain. It gets you in trouble. I don't. I just use David's brain and let the app do it for me. Very easy.
So again, a little shout out to the people. We got a lot of people on this call, which I'm super pumped and excited about. And, you know, I definitely want to open this up for some questions. So if anyone during this that has any questions, you know, feel free to write some comments in, and, you know, hopefully we could answer some questions for you towards the end. And of course, myself are definitely available if anyone wants some more information about what we do and how we do it and how they can get involved.
Yeah.
So another question I had is, you know, goals. You know, what was your 2020 like? You know, 2020 was definitely, like I said, it was definitely a hard year for a lot of people. Unfortunately, you know, what was it like for you personally?
Amazing. Yeah, I love it. I loved it. I did have a little crybaby moment there when we had to like park it because of the COVID that happened. So like my 2020, you know, doing this, you know, I've reached a lot of goals. You know, I'm pretty much set, right? My cars are paid for, my house is paid for, everything's taken care of. Fast forward to, you know, I wanted to retire my husband so he would no longer have to take a salary from our ministry. That has happened. So all the money we're able to support our ministry, self-sufficient. It's amazing. He's able to do full-time work on his book to now where I have different goals, to get some new things that I don't have, so this year, that's what we're going to work on. Last year I was able to build my team, that's when we started to like, okay, Jen, it's time to start building your team. So that's where I started, David teaching me how to hire, teaching me how to recruit. um Pandemic happened, field agent, had to pump the brakes. David, what was I doing when I was calling you? I'm not doing this, David. This is stupid. I'm not doing telesales. So to what? Having the best month that I've ever had on the phone.
The month of April, during a pandemic, you broke your personal record when you're a field agent, you broke your personal record on the phone.
Yeah.
Remember right, you issued $48,000 in production. Probably at that time, it was probably the most money you made in a single month.
Yeah.
Car, and that was all virtual, all on the phone, did not have to touch anyone, did not have to put a mask on,
No.
Stayed safe, kept everyone else safe.
Yeah.
And that was it. From there, you were a ninja in the field, and now a ninja on the phone as well.
Kicking and screaming. I was one of those people that was like, David, I'm not doing telesales. I'm not getting on this phone, to where like I was okay, I had no choice. I had to, get it done, figure it out. So what I did was I basically worked as if I was never going to work before again in my life. Like this is it. This is the end of the world. Our world's about to end, So, and that's what happened. Yeah. So that was a really great month, man. I was like, oh, David was right. He knew I could do it. So.
And then the beautiful thing is, right? So now we're thinking, okay, maybe Jen's better on the phone. Jen's personal record's on the phone. And then what did you do after that? I believe you broke your record again
In the field.
out in the field.
Yeah.
$1,000 in business out in the field.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm tired of this crap. I need to go out in the field. I need to touch and see people.
So we got a question here from Mr. Vito. Vito, very close friend of mine. He's in Florida. Matter of fact, if you are in Florida and you need a mortgage, Vito is the man to talk to. Vito is the best mortgage broker I've ever met and became a very great personal friend. I don't know if he writes mortgages for everyone. I know he's very selective on who he talks to. So if you talk to me, I'll give you a good referral. But Vito, what's the expected income for a first-year producer?
Say it again, David. I didn't catch it.
What's the expected income for a first-year producer?
Well, personally, for me, coming from unexperienced, having no clue what I was doing, and just followed the system, did what I was told, stayed coachable, stayed plugged in and using David's brain, got my leads, I was able to make over $170,000 my first year as an agent with no experience.
That was your 1099, wasn't it?
That was my 1099.
70,000.
Yeah.
And then it's 2020. I believe it's going to be over $200,000 for your second year.
I haven't seen it yet, David, but it should be pretty big.
I'm excited for you.
Me too. I'm excited that, we're growing and, we're able to expand and that we have no cap and, that I can teach other agents and people like myself or people that don't, think that they can do this, so I'm excited about that, definitely. This is the way to go, especially if you're like, when you think it's not, it is,
the one thing I say all the time is, we all have to work, right?
Yeah.
And there's no time anyone's, a lot of people like, well, I don't think that's for me, right? But, then you really got to ask them like, well, is what you're doing now for you?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I always think, because most people I know aren't happy at their jobs, or not making the kind of money they want to make. And I know for me, like, I hated having to ask my boss for a day off or go on vacation, or I have a doctor's appointment. Like I was a person that didn't want to make appointments because of that. So I work for myself. If I want to go to Brazil tomorrow, there's nothing stopping me, right? Nothing stopping you. So that's cool. We have another question, Miss Nicole Marie. How many leads did you usually get every week, Jen?
Oh, yeah. So they would go like this. Um, oh man, Dave. Well, see, Dave kept track of all that stuff. I just order leads. Anywhere between like, so when I first started in the beginning, I guess, because of course David wants to see what I'm gonna do, right? He's not gonna be like, here you go, here's 100 leads now. Good luck. No. So I was started out with 20 leads. When I first started I started out with 20 leads. And then as I got better at perfecting my craft, my leads increased, started going up. So I'm at the point now, like, well, during the pandemic, I was getting anywhere between what, Dave, like 150 to, I don't even know, dude, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Around 50, 60 leads a week, to where now, I'm dealing with agents. I work certain days as far as a personal producer, and then I do certain days that I'm actually recruiting. And then there's days where I'm actually out there in the field with my agent, making it about them, right? So I still get 40 leads a week, every single week. I still got brand new fresh leads sitting on my desk, but I just got brand new fresh leads today.
Do you know how many you got today?
46. Yeah.
You're going down to the bayou, so I wanted to make sure that you had enough work to go out to the bayou.
Yeah. 46.
Yeah, now to make sure you had a full day out in the bayou.
That's right. Yeah. So,
I think you're gonna do great out there.
I am. Yeah, I love being in that area. I was actually over there Tuesday with one of my agents, took her out and, helped her close some deals with her leads to let her, experience that feeling. So that was good, just to see her excitement closing deals.
Dude, I love that. I love when you go out with an agent and you help them close deals and you make it so they make the money.
Yeah.
Right. There's a company, I'm not going to pick on any names or anything, but they actually do the opposite. They take you out to make money off your friends and family.
No, man. I'm like, we're going out, we're going to use some of your leads and we're going to close your deals for you. So yeah.
Your bank account.
Yeah, make you some money. Cause I mean, man, I'm good. I don't, I'm okay. I can, I got this. I can handle mine. Let me help you and get you plugged in and get you some money in your bank. That's what we're in the business, right, David?
That's it.
We sell love and money. We're putting money in your bank account.
That's it. We got love for our clients and money for our agents.
Yes.
So we have a question about what's the new compensation plan all about?
Oh, it's fabulous. So basically we all just got a raise, which is massive. So, and it's easy to do. So I'm going to share, David, because like,
you're excited.
Everyone starts at 9. Yeah. Yes, I'm excited. It's like, I basically got a raise to pay for my leads. So now my leads are pretty much free. So I'm like, yeah, that's my lead money. This is my money. So what's cool is that everyone starts at 90% contract, as in before it was like either 60 or 80%. The beautiful thing about it is you all you have to write is 500 annual production and you get up to 95%.
5,000.
People are doing that like in a day, 2 days, right, David?
Right.
5,000, right? 5,000 annual production. They get 90%. I'm sorry, 95. After they do that, and people are writing 5,000 annual production, what, David, in like 2-3 days?
Yes, it's a very easy.
That's nothing.
The whole idea of it is we want people to be able to move up fast. We want to keep people excited. We want them to move up fast. We want them to be able to create an income and have a roadmap to exactly what they have to do to get to the next level. And I think it's great that we started doing that. And I think it's going to open up a lot of opportunity for people. I mean, think about 90% commission, right? There's only 100 in right? So 90% commission. So you're making more money than anyone else that first year. And I think that's pretty amazing. I think people sell cars and get like $200 for selling a $50,000 car, right?
No, man.
3% commission. So 90% is definitely very generous. And that's the first year. And then we do the lifetime renewals, which means that every time the client makes a payment, month 13 through the life of the policy, Jen gets a little piece of that. Don't you, Jen?
Yes. I mean, I think another cool thing too, David, is that like people, I mean, even if you did 10,000 annual production in a month, you go to 100% contract.
Yes.
People are doing that like in a week, all day long. Like it's not, it's so simple to move up. Like, I mean, I'm ecstatic about it, man. I'm just like, this is like crazy. And then nobody controls it but you. You control your own destiny and how much commission you get paid a month. Once you get it, they won't pull you back down. You're in, you're locked in.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. It is.
That's awesome. So
Health benefits also we have.
yes, health benefits. How do you like the health benefits? I know you're a fan.
They're amazing. Yes, I have not gone to the doctor in like years, David. Never. I never, because I'm like, okay, this is like going to be a $500-$600 bill. I'm gonna get some bills in the mail. Oh my God. So I went to the doctor. It was 100% paid. Didn't owe them anything. No, nothing, and which was cool. You know, blood work, everything. So I was like, wow, okay. So this
So you
is
work
pretty
for
cool.
yourself,
Dental
you're
vision.
self-employed, and you have health benefits.
Yeah,
That's a win-win.
yeah, it's incredible.
And I don't want to be on here too long, man, because I definitely appreciate everyone here watching and supporting us. I don't want to keep people too long. So we actually had a question. Is there daily training calls? You want to talk about our daily training calls real fast, and then I'll wrap it up?
Wait, is there daily training calls? Of course. We have every morning, 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We are on Zoom with everyone, the whole everyone. We're all together. We have the mentorship calls at 7:30 for 30 minutes. David does his new training Zoom calls on Wednesdays. Really great. I hear great reviews from them, David. I do my own personal training calls with small, intimate, my small group, my team on Saturday nights. Yeah, lots of training. We take you out in the field. We'll do training on the phones. Lots. I mean, you've got two of the top agents in the country with the company in one office. Who does not want that, right? Massive. I mean, there's tons of training, a lot of training material, videos. I mean, when I first started, I was listening to Doug. Doug is like our RVP. He's amazing. One of our, he's our leader and great mentor. I would listen to Doug on replay as I'm driving from house to house when I first started for like 2 weeks straight. And I always recommend people do that. Hey, listen to this call as you're going from house to house. Lots of training. Yes.
So yes, we definitely have enough training. The whole thought is no agent left behind, right? We want to make sure.
Right.
That's what I always tell people when they start with me. My job is to help put money in your bank account. Yeah. And to do that, you have to increase the ability to help people, and that's where the training comes in. The training is going to teach you how to help people better. And the more you increase your ability to help people, the more your income is going to grow. That's right. One last question for you, Jennifer. Oh, we got another guy. Can we work from home on the phone? Jennifer, you ever make money from home?
Yes. I think did he miss that part where I did like 48,000 annual production on the phone and never wanted to be on the phone in my entire life? I hated the phones. I still kind of have a love-hate relationship for them.
You're on the phone today, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm kind of where you were at, David. When I first started with you, you had your 12 agents, and now I know what you go through now. So I got to kind of sit still. But yeah, I'm still a producer. I still get out there in the field and I'm in the trenches with my agents. I know what it feels like. I know what they go through. Definitely never leaving anyone behind. These are like our children, right, David? Like they say, no child left behind. So it is our job to teach you guys what we do and how we do it.
But yes, absolutely. And yes, Jose, to answer your question, yes, we have some agents that only work from home and does a lot of different things. So we do have some people that work from home and they enjoy it. They have a lot of fun. And the last question I have for you, Jen, is, are you enjoying yourself, and what is your favorite part?
Am I enjoying myself? Of course I'm enjoying myself. I love the camaraderie. I love the mentorship. I love the culture. I love how, David, you always are selfless and always giving back to us no matter what, right? We never feel unappreciated. We never feel not good enough, right? And when we are not feeling like we're not good enough, you always have just the right things to say to us because you know us all personally. You get a personal relationship with each and every one of us. So you know how to mold us and make sure that our heads are in the right place, and it just, I mean, David, you're a exceptional, phenomenal leader, man. And I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't have you, you know, and I'm having a good time. I love what I do. I don't wake up in the morning going, oh God, I gotta go to work. Or just, I hate this or that. No, I'm like, another day to help some more people. Let's do this, you know? So, you know, and I'm at the point now where I get calls from my agents needing help. And I'm like, man, I love it. I love helping them. I love being a light and a voice for them as well, you know, and I just 2021 is going to be an amazing year.
Yes, 2021 is going to be great. And I hope everyone's going to have a good 2021, man. The rest of the country, this is going to be best year in a while. But again, so I really want to appreciate everyone that came on board, that
Yes.
supported us, that watched us, that asked some questions. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm going to be interviewing a new person every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Please jump on board, share with some friends. You don't know who would like this. Just like Jen said, Jen had no thoughts about selling insurance. She knew I sold insurance. She never asked me about selling insurance, but I showed her this opportunity, and you can see the glow on her. She loves, loves everything about her life now.
Yeah.
And if I didn't share this with Jen, she'd still be on Facebook selling jewelry, right? 500 bucks.
Yeah, probably so. I sure would.
That's it.
Yeah, get it while it's hot. That's what it was.
So, but again, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate everyone who jumped on board. Feel free to reach out to me or Jen if you have any questions. Please share. Like I said, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We have our episode of Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things. Episode 1 has finished. Thank you.
Thanks to all the clients and their support, David. I want to really thank my clients. They were amazing. Thanks, David. Thank you, everybody. Good night.